Hello, it's Miss Christie again. This week we were working on Umbrella Bird. And it starts as a U and you go down and around and back up. And Umbrella Bird has two sounds. Do you guys remember what those are? One of them is we have our umbrella up here and we go for umbrella. Or we also have the other sound, U for ukulele. So again, Umbrella Bird, the letter is U. And it has two different sounds. So we are going to be moving on from Umbrella Bird to our next letter, V. And V is a really neat letter. Let me get it over here for you and see if you can guess what kind of animal he is. It's a very confusing animal, but it is a real kind of animal. It is a vampire bat. And there's our little vampire bat. And his name is Vincent. Everybody say hello to Vincent. He flew in today, so we'll have Vincent hang out over here for a little bit. Vincent Vampire Bat starts with pretending that you have some fangs like a vampire. And I probably have to move backwards, so excuse me. And you might want to stand up for this one and get your fangs up and go voo, 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 voo. Vincent Vampire says voo, voo, voo. For violin and van and victory and Vincent and Victor. I know lots of people that have V names. Victoria. It's a fun sound. And it's a vampire bat. Here is a picture. Adrian, get out of here. My kid is in here videotaping me. Vincent Vampire Bat. Here is a picture of some real bats there. Hopefully you can see most of that. These vampire bats are small like your thumb. So my thumb looks really big there, but small like your thumb. Put your thumb up. Your thumb is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumb. Remember your thumb? Look at your thumb. And that is the size of a vampire bat. They are teeny, teeny, tiny. And they do like to eat blood and meat. They tend to eat kind of like they land on the back of like a cow and kind of suck out the blood that way. It's kind of gross. But they do have to eat, and that's how they eat. So they kind of hang out with cows and bigger animals like that. They communicate the same way that other bats communicate. They use a vibration sound or echolocation, which means that the sounds that they make bounce off the walls in their caves where they live, or they bounce off like trees as they're flying through the sky. They do not have really good eyesight. They're kind of almost blind. But they see kind of how they hear. Their ears help them hear, and that's called echolocation. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's how they bounce off sound so they can tell where they are next to a tree so they don't bump into that tree. So that is Vincent Vampire Bat. And he goes, v, v, v. All right. Well, Vincent Vampire Bat is one of my favorite. I'm sorry, I lost my book. Here. Starts with one of my favorite books that maybe some of you have heard of before. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Very is a V word, as you can see there. Very, the Very Hungry Caterpillar. And this is one of my favorite books, and I like to read it during V because very is used a lot in our language. And so, we're going to start reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. There's that beautiful little caterpillar egg. See how little it is compared to that big leaf? And there's the big moon. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a very tiny, hungry little caterpillar. There he is right there. He's teeny tiny right now. He started to look for some food. I wonder what he's going to find first. Let's look. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. There's his one apple. On Tuesday, he ate through two pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through three plums. 1, 2, 3. But he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My, he is a hungry little caterpillar. On Saturday, he ate through a piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of cheese, 1 slice of yummy salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a very bad stomachache. Would you have a bad stomachache eating all of that food? I would. The next day was Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. There he is. He looks a little bit happier, doesn't he? So on Saturday, he ate through his green leaf finally. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. Look at how big he got eating all that food. He is huge. He built a very small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed himself all the way out. That's his cocoon. Sometimes we also call that a chrysalis. He nibbled his way out and he became a beautiful butterfly. Look at how beautiful he was inside there. That is one of my very favorite books, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So, you have this strange piece of paper. Miss Christie had some other things made out of these things, and I normally make a caterpillar for you guys to work on. And so this strange piece of paper has a line here that you should cut on. And it also has a strange little line here that I would like you to cut on also. And then there's these lines inside here, and I do not want you to cut those because I want you to have one solid piece of a caterpillar. But you're going to notice that there's a number 1, and then what comes after number 1? 2, and then what comes next? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So as you go along, this is going to take you a little bit of time to create your caterpillar. And then over here, you also probably need to add a face, maybe some antennas. You might want to add some legs later. You could staple them on, or you could glue them on. You can do all kinds of different things with your caterpillar. But the thing that Miss Christie would like you to do is when you see the 1, you're going to add a dot. And the dot is going to equal what the number is. And so that's 1. So you're going to put 1 dot. And then when you get to the 2, how many dots would you put? 2. And then you're going to take your marker or your crayon or your pencil or whatever you like to color with. You're going to put a dot. 1, 2. After 2 is 3. And you're going to put 1, 2, 3. And then after 4, and after 5, and after 6, and at 7, and at 8, and at 9, and at 10, you're going to put 9 dots here and 8 dots here. And so you would put 10 dots here. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so moms and dads, if you can help them with this is a one-to-one correspondence page, and it's really fun to do, but it's going to take a lot of time in teaching them to try and stay in that spot there, and then stay in that spot there, and just making sure that they get the dots in there that are the same and helping them count that out. That would be really good. And then you'll have your little very hungry own caterpillar, your very own hungry caterpillar. And then you'll probably have your green book sometime next week. And this is for the van. Remember, you start at the top. Make sure you do all these at the top and all of these at the bottom. And don't forget to do this one. It's like a valley. And it helps you to practice. So try and do page 64 first and get that really big line stuff going in. And maybe color your vans different colors. And I forget what number you're on. I'll have to look that up. And so make sure you do the green page in the green book as well. And then if you have time, there is another fun sheet. It's called the Butterfly Life Cycle page. And so when we just read our book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, what did it start out as? The egg. And there's all the eggs on the leaf. And so you might want to color the leaf, the color that a leaf would be, and maybe the egg. I think the egg was white in that page. And then when it popped out of its egg, what color did it become? It became a caterpillar. So color your caterpillar. And then after the caterpillar, what did it do? It built its own house, remember? And sometimes they normally attach themselves to the bottom of a leaf or the bottom of a branch. And they build their cocoon around their body, or their chrysalis. And then after they live in their cocoon for about 2 weeks, what happens? It becomes a butterfly. And unfortunately, you guys aren't going to get to see our butterflies. I'm hoping maybe we'll have a video that we can share with everyone, but I'm just not sure. But this was kind of a fun coloring sheet that I had, and so I made some extra copies. You might want to color it. And then Miss Christie put in a project into your bags. It's this very large coffee filter. And you can either color this with markers if you want, or you could use some, if you have some watercolors, this would be great to get a little bit of water, paint and then put it on the paper. And then color your coffee filter. And then I also gave everybody a little pipe cleaner. And so you could make this into either a beautiful flower, which is fun, or you could also make it into a beautiful butterfly. And you'll tie this in the middle and twist it, and you can make these into the little things, and then you have your own beautiful butterfly. So there's a couple of fun spring projects that I thought you guys might be able to do at your home. Hopefully you have some markers or some paint. If not, have your mom and dad give me a call, and I could try and maybe either run some by or run some out at the school and have you pick them up. But hopefully everybody has some of those. If you have any other questions, please give us a call. I have probably another book on just bats that I will read next week also, so we can learn a little bit more about our vampire bat. So hopefully everybody is enjoying this crazy, crazy weather that we have, this snow. And you're getting out and getting to play in it a little bit. Maybe make a snowman or something. Maybe you could make a caterpillar snowman. But just wanted to say that we miss you, and hopefully you're enjoying your time at home with your moms and your dads and your brothers and sisters if you have any. And just know that Miss Christie misses you, and we just wish we could be with you, but we know that you are safe in your house and having fun. And we will talk with you later. Bye-bye.